Hey, everybody, and welcome to another night of Women's World of Fishing Monday Night Takeover. And, you know, I it's really hard doing a show like tonight with everything that's going on in the country because there is so many rough things that are going on. And we really like this show to be lighthearted and fun and just laughing and joking and carrying on. And it's tough to do that when we know that there's a lot of heartache going on and tough times ahead for a lot of people. So our hearts and prayers out to everybody who's in Ida, who's running from Ida, whose lives are essentially, um, you know, being ripped apart. Thoughts and prayers with you, all your loved ones. I hope everybody is safe. Because I really thought about not doing the show tonight, because it's just tough, you know. Angie, I know that you're even closer to the path than we are. You guys have storms coming your way. You guys just had a lot of flooding. It's just heavy hearted, you know?
Yeah, it definitely is. But we also have the choice to kind of keep this positive,
Right.
give people watching a little bit of a maybe an escape from some of the
Hmm.
stuff that's going on. And I think no better person to have on tonight than who we're gonna have on to do that. So
Right. And that's ultimately why I was like, no, we're going to go ahead and go through with the show, um, because people do need that outlet. And we have some, regulars who message me all the time, what's going on? This is the best part of my Monday. And so because of that, I was just like, we're going to carry on, and we have friends that are in those states because of the fishing. And so we're going to do this. We have an amazing guest for everybody. And really quick before we get started, I wanted to let everybody know about a giveaway, because what better way to let everybody know about a giveaway? This is for Runkle's TikTok page. You guys are going to have 3 items in one package this week. And that's all I'm telling you, because you have to be subscribed to their TikTok page to get it. And it's just Runkle, TikTok Runkle, RUNCL.
easy enough.
Mine and Angie's lovely glasses that we love to use when we're bass fishing on beds. These are the floatable, let me see, Billy glasses. And you'll get to pick what lens and what color frames. These are just the ones that I like. And then a pair of rod gloves. You'll get 2 in the package. So you'll get a pair of these, which are amazing to protect your gear, keep them from getting untangled. And then the other one is going to be a package of Runkle's White Cincos, because the lady that I had on here while you were gone, Megan from Fishing Unhooked,
Hmm.
just landed her personal best on one
Nice,
of Runkle's White Cincos. It was 512.
very nice
So
fish.
it's in her honor. So that's what the giveaway is. So you can follow them on TikTok at Runkle. Um, and that'll be going on this week. So that's all I wanted to start off with. Prayers, thoughts, giveaways. Do you have anything before we bring on Miss Cassie?
Nope, this week has just flown by. I can't believe it's Monday again already. So I'm glad we get to do a redo from the technical issues we had last week and give Cassie the spotlight tonight.
Yep, I agree. And I did. I checked it with her and it is perfect. So, all right. Everything good, Cassie? All righty. Here we go. Wait till you see the connection.
Hello.
Cassie, welcome,
Yay!
welcome.
Hello from Sweet Home, Alabama.
This is Cassie Hall, everybody. Fishing the LBAA since its inception. I think she's missed 3 or 4 tournaments since since then?
Well, 2011, I didn't make the initial in 2010, but I think I missed 3 in 2011. I think it was the first 3, something like that. Yes.
You've been there pretty much through it all.
And it's been one heck of a ride.
I bet.
It has.
But that's one of the reasons that you're the welcoming committee, because the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, the little secrets of, and just so this is how you got to pee on the boat. With this angler, they don't have a bucket, so be prepared to hang it over the side, or make sure that you don't forget your deep diving crankbaits, even if you usually fish shallow, like it all.
Well, I have to give some credit to Miss Bonnie Ward, who was the initial newcomer meeting person, and she helped me a whole lot. But right before she left, she and I used to do it together. So kudos to Bonnie Ward for teaching me and helping me into asking the right questions to the newcomer.
Bonnie.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Miss Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
Doug.
Is she watching?
I don't know. She is. Hello.
She was super sweet.
Oh, yes. Yes. Super sweet lady. Awesome fisherwoman. Talk about somebody who always comes to the stage with catch. Miss Bonnie Ward.
Mm-hmm. She was one you always had to watch out for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good stick for sure.
So what is your secret? Because you're like Bonnie, you're like Diana, you're like, as a co-angler, like if I weigh in ahead of you, I'm never secure in what I weigh in until I'm like, okay, where are them girls at? What is your secret? Because it doesn't matter who you fish with, what lake it is, what time of year it is, you are always consistent.
I attribute a lot of my success to people that I have fished with in the LBAA, being on the back of the boat. When I first started, I was a cranker. Crank, throw. That's all I did. Until I joined the LBAA, and Kathy Womack introduced me to the shaky head. Thank you, Miss Kathy, for introducing me to the shaky head. I don't leave home without it. It's always on the boat. No matter what I do, shaky head's on the boat. That is my go-to. The other thing that I use is a Senko. A lot of times I throw it weightless. Sometimes I throw it Texas rig. And I attribute the Senko, learning how to do that, to Monica and Max Altman. Thank you for showing me how to throw the Senko. So as you can see, as I go on with this, I have learned a lot being on the back of a boat. I'm talking a lot. I never fished like that before. My fishing was cranking and throwing a Texas rig worm.
Okay.
It is amazing what you can learn on the back of a boat being a co-angler. And I watch the ladies in front of me all the time. And they have shared a lot of stuff with me. A lot of stuff I can't tell you.
We don't have secrets.
But like the colors I use, can't go there sometimes, but the technique. And not everybody fishes a weightless Senko the same way. Okay? Mm-hmm. Just because you throw it out there and you're letting it sink, everybody has their own way of throwing a Senko. So that person in front of you, she couldn't show me how to reel it, shake it. You eventually get your own style, let's say, like a shaky head. You eventually get your own style of throwing a shaky head. It's what you're comfortable with and what you know that's going to attract the fish to bite. So in that aspect, I have been very, very fortunate fishing on the back of the boat and getting my own techniques, fishing a lot on the back of the boat, and learning from a lot of individuals. Martha Goodfellow and Don Goodfellow, Calais, they have helped an awful lot in my fishing, with different aspects of fishing. Martha's a good stick.
Oh,
For sure.
definitely.
But there is so much that you can learn. The thing is, I didn't know a soul, nobody, my first tournament. Nobody.
It sounds like a lot of us.
And you have to make that first step. That is the hardest thing to do, is to make that first step. But when you're committed and you make that first step and you join the LBAA and you come, then we'll bring you in as a family. So it's hard getting on the boat with someone that you don't know. I mean, there's still ladies I haven't fished with. Angie, I've not fished with you.
Nope, not yet.
I haven't fished with Ann Carroll. I haven't fished with Pam Ridgel since Gunnersville in 2011.
Wow.
Wow.
But there's some that I have fished with continuously. It's just how the draw happens.
Right.
But the initial part is to come out. We're going to make you feel welcomed, and we're going to help you, and we're going to show you that you are welcomed at the LBAA. The ladies there, everybody there is just as nice as they can be. And Cheryl and Secret, kudos to them for what they do, and the people behind the scenes, what they do also.
Well, and Secret and Cheryl, they have maintained full-time jobs, throughout the entire LBAA, like full-time jobs, and then a lot of the time doing the LBAA full-time. Like, I mean, and that's, working out contracts, trying to get sponsorships, all the details behind that we as anglers are shielded from. Like we pay our entry fee, show up, fish, hug each other, say bye, and we have a great time. They get there and they're like, "Oh my God, I just want to fish."
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And so like I don't know how they've had the energy for it, So like you said, kudos to them for keeping us up and running. That I just don't know how they've kept up.
I don't either, but I really appreciate all that they have done to be able, to keep the tour going. One thing about, I'm going to get back kind of to the fishing part, fishing behind a pro in the front. A lot of times you want to do something totally opposite from what they're doing. And I do make it a habit to watch where they throw. I try to, as I'm throwing, sometimes that's not a good idea because you're going to be throwing and then you're watching and you get a bite and you're like, oh, I just missed one. But I do watch where they throw. I try not to throw the same thing that they're throwing. A lot of times, though, that's what the fish are biting. So there have been times where I didn't have what the fish were biting and tried to get something similar to what the fish are biting, and then, did really good that way. Or, sometimes they're like, you don't have anything like I have. I'm like, no. They're like, here you go, and they'll toss something to you. Now that still doesn't mean that you're going to catch fish. Been in that predicament too, where, still didn't catch fish. And I'll tell you, when I first started, I zeroed a lot. So for the ladies who are just starting, don't get down on yourself. And it's It's not a hard thing to do. You're going to be disappointed. What could have I done? I should have done this. I should have done that. You're going to have those days. I used to have those days all the time where I might catch one, then I might not catch any. Then I might, at the next day, I zeroed. Then I have zeroed on both days. Mm-hmm. So you got to keep positive, just keep doing your thing. Get your techniques that you like to do, the fishing that you like to do, and just, as Mike Iaconelli would say, never give up. Don't give up. It's going to happen. You're going to get there. Look at me.
There's been a lot of like this year was a tough year. I mean, the CoAnglers, I mean, there were days where, the CoAnglers zeroed from half of the field down because it was just that tough of conditions.
Well, last year at Truman.
Oh.
Let's go to Truman. Oh. It was a cold time. A lot of people zeroed. I caught one fish. And I was the secret. Secret's my good luck charm. I'll tell you what, when I've caught my big fish was Secret. And I caught the big fish that day. It was like 15 minutes before, time to come in on the second day. And I caught a big fish. Only bite I had.
If I'm in the boat with her, I am her fishing banana. But then whenever I'm not in the boat with her, it's like her rally, so like it ends up working out for her, like when she was sick and then she couldn't fish, but then like she went out the next day and then I think she ended up winning. Yeah. I'm like, are you for real? Because I love fishing with Secret, but I'm just her banana.
Yeah, she's also a real good stick.
Yes, she is.
but I don't know if y'all have any questions. Logan Martin's coming up. Everybody should catch fish at Logan Martin.
So sad.
Those I know those mean Coosa spots, as we call them here. Everybody should at least come in with some fish. Logan Martin's a good fishery. They should be. Hopefully, the weather. This rain is really helping cool the water down a little bit. We've got a couple more weeks. I think this weekend's the last weekend, and then we have off limits. As I said last week, dead water, which is off limits.
So you're allowed to fish this week, and then off limits starts
Monday. A week from today, Labor Day.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. It's off limits from the 6th on
to Saturday.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. The 10th.
So official practice will start a week from
this coming Saturday.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, a week from this coming Saturday, right? Did I say that right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to ask Cassie if you were going down to practice, but
yes. I will definitely be there this Saturday and Sunday with all the wonderful wave boats and
oh, that's right,
Sea-Doos and stuff. But hey, there's so many creeks at Logan Martin, and you normally start early, and then by 1 o'clock, you come off the water.
Yeah, the water temp when I was there was 90 degrees, so definitely going to be a cool key factor in getting that water cooled down by the time our tournament starts. And I think we're going to be good. I've got a good feeling about this one.
You got a good feeling?
I got a good feeling.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think Angie was hinting.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I thought I might talk about some of the friendships that have been made I mentioned Martha and Kathy Womack. Of course, everybody knows me and Turkey Farmer, Diana Ebahawk. I gave her name, Turkey Farmer, when I first met her. I said, so what do y'all do? And she's like, well, we raise turkeys. I went, oh, so you're a turkey farmer. So that's how that happened. And she and I, we're always usually neck and neck. Usually, if one of us is first, the other one's second. So we battle it out all the time. So, but we're best buds. We have a real good time battling. We're all friends off the water.
That's what I always say.
But when we get on the water, we put on our game faces,
and
it's on.
And unless somebody's raising the net for the distress flag, we're friends at weigh-in.
It's on. I don't know. Oh, I also forgot to mention the wonderful Carolina rig. That's another technique that I always have on too. So I'll just give you an idea that if you see me on the water, it may or may not help you. I've got on a shaky head, a Cinco weightless, or Texas rig maybe, and Carolina rig. So then you can make your adjustments and figure.
So what were you fishing with that day that we passed you? You were fishing with Robbie and I was with Deanna.
What lake was that? You're gonna have to. Which time, Barbara?
I have. It's not like I've passed you all that much. We were trash talking on the water. And
oh, God, that was last year?
No, it was this year. No, I wasn't with Deanna. I was with Alyssa Johnson.
Oh, yeah. I was shaky head. Yeah.
That's not what you told me you were throwing.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You lie.
No,
you lied in front of God.
I'll tell you what I'm throwing. In a heartbeat.
I have no idea what you told me.
I'll tell anybody in a heartbeat what I'm throwing, but it matters the color and the presentation. It's just like I said, that person can be on the front of the boat and you can be throwing the same thing in the same color. I can be in the back of the boat catching fish and hand something to the front of the boat, and it doesn't mean that they're gonna catch. It's a lot of times I do believe it's presentation and how you present.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But I think the more that I learn, the more that I think we as humans don't know anything about bass fishing. And I know that sounds weird, but I think we do know, but I think there's so much more that factors in that we don't know that factors in, if that makes sense.
It really does. I mean, when I first started, somebody say, oh, hey, you need to go buy this. I'm like, okay, go buy it. And so you end up, I didn't realize, okay, when you shaky head, all right,
mm-hmm.
you can use a trick worm, okay, or you can use a finesse worm. And it can be, I won't mention any products because, it can be, well, I'll mention it. It can be a Zoom trick worm, or it can be a Reaction Innovations flirt worm. So when I first started, it was very confusing because I thought you had to have that exact piece of equipment, okay? That exact bait. You learn when you see something that comes on Facebook or television. You You don't necessarily have to go. You probably already have it.
Right.
You probably already have it. So there's an arsenal of worms that I use all the time. Zoom, Reaction Innovations. That's my go-to. That's my go-to trick worm, whatever I'm using. But then other people have big bite baits. Um, it's whatever you choose, whatever's in your arsenal, whatever is good for you, whatever you like. You don't have to have that particular bait. I mean, I was going out and we'd be at a tournament and they're like, hey, they're biting on a Bama bug finesse worm. And I'd be like, what's a Bama bug finesse worm? You go to the store, hey, tell me, what is a Bama bug finesse worm? Well, you come out, you already really have it, but it's just somebody else that's the different company, that's making it. So everybody has their own baits that they like to use. We all do. I mean, there was a friend of mine who she saw something on TV. It came in a box. I can't even think of the name of it, but I'm sure you've all seen it. It was that minnow thing. You know what I'm talking about? The little minnow thing. Oh, golly.
Like the jointed, it was like a lot. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I actually threw that thing, and I did catch a fish, but it was a gar.
Oh,
a huge gar.
No toothy critters.
Hey, Cassie, Annette Jackson's watching on YouTube. She says, hello from one of your caddies, Roll Tide.
She was my first bass caddy. Yes, a co-angler that had a bass caddy. Annette, she is my bud. Take her fishing, and I'm going to tell the story, Annette. Bless her. She can catch a fish, but she didn't like to take them off the hook. Okay. But she got over that. We got her a glove. She does real good. But she was my first bass caddy that, as a co-angler, she came with me. I actually got to travel with her a couple of places, which was fun. Didn't have to travel by myself. Sometimes it's not fun traveling by yourself. And like I said, I'm very fortunate to live in Alabama and Central, so I don't have to, go 19, 20 hours like some of these ladies. And let me just say this to those ladies who do that. It is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for continuing to get in those vehicles, pull those boats by yourself. Do you understand that these ladies are, a lot of them, some of their husbands come, but there's a lot of them. Their partners come or their boyfriends come, but there's some of them, they're pulling these things, doing this themselves. But we all have the one thing in common. We're not going to make a living doing this right at this particular time. Maybe someday in the future. We all do this because we love to fish.
Passion.
And it's a sisterhood. It's a family. We all like to get together and go to dinner, be together, campfire, marshmallows, and then, like I said, you get on that water.
Well, and you were talking about the women getting in the truck and hauling the boats on their own and stuff like that, like, and they're not afraid. Like, they jump in, and I mean, I'll never forget when we were in North Carolina in May, and I was driving and I was following Pam Richel and Alyssa Johnson. And granted, it was early in the morning, there's not hardly anybody on the road and everything. But I'm just like, man, they are about to go on, just one side of wheels of boat and trucks, just whipping around like, I mean, they were as comfortable as they could be behind the wheels. They're whipping in gas stations, making turns. They are used to these vehicles and these boats, and, just comfortable. It's what they do. It's what they love. Like, they're used to this, and it was just so funny. I was just giggling. I'm like, you go girls, you just whip that right in there. It was just so funny.
And I'll say this too, if there's anybody out there that would like to call me, talk to me about the LBAA and what it's like, or if you'll come on, stick your toe in, you're gonna love it. Let me know that you're gonna be there, and hey, come to the weigh-in, Logan Martin. Come to the weigh-in, introduce yourself.
Yeah. And I do know, I already talked to you about the one lady that's going, she's pretty positive that she's going to do it. And I have a feeling she's going to be signing up next year. I'm pretty sure she will. So, and she was really excited to get to see everybody. Because that Logan Martin's where she fishes all the time. I get to see all the fish that she catches, like year round pretty much. And I'm like, man, healthy fisheries.
The hardest part is making that first commitment, doing it by yourself if you don't have anybody to ride with. But we'll make you feel at home, I promise. I promise that.
We got Deanna Laverne's watching, Mike Baxter's watching, so both said hi.
Hey, Mike, I hope your family's doing well.
And we have a question too from Kathy Pauley. She wants to know if you have any tips on fishing Caddo Lake, because she's going to be there next month in a kayak.
Oh, Caddo Lake. Wow. I actually, when I say this, I actually won on Caddo Lake fishing Carolina rig. I know that's crazy, but we weren't going into where the trees were. The ladies that I fished with were fishing on the outside of a lot of those trees, because you go in and there's so many trees you don't know which one to throw to. So I would like
Truman.
Caddo Lake is awesome. It is awesome fishery. Penny and Noella, they're the ones that could really, really give her some information. But throw that Cinco up against those trees in the what do they call the I can't even remember what you call them. Right up against the trees. That's how we were catching them at one point. We fished that fishery a couple times, and you could throw it right up in there, and they were in I can't think of what you call when the
roots.
Yes. Sometimes words are hard.
Oh, I'm usually the one people are having to guess on, so
throw it right in the roots. Also, you can also take a what they call a sweet beaver. Chunk it up in there too. Green pumpkin. I want to say watermelon red. Green pumpkin is I think what I was using there at one point. But again, I was throwing a Carolina rig outside, but we fished there again, and we were throwing right in those trees. You better look out, because she's liable to get a ride in that kayak. One of those 6-pounders grabs the hoe. Hold on, girlfriend.
Wow. I've never fished there. So
watch out for those alligators too. And oh gosh, we saw some pythons. Somebody had let some big snake. They were in the trees. Some big snakes go. So don't be afraid. That happened a couple of years ago. They're gone.
Yeah, I bet they all just migrated to Georgia.
But yeah, Caddo's I hope we get to go back there, because it's an awesome fishery, awesome place. Beautiful too.
She says, I can't wait.
All right. Have fun. Can I go? I have a kayak.
Do you?
It's little. I want it. it's a little bitty kayak. It's not the ones that have pedals and
Right. It's not a
yeah.
tournament ready kayak.
No. I go to a little lake and paddle. No pedals for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's kayak fishing is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun to get right up in there, and you can kind of access more areas and sneak around a little bit. I haven't done much of it, but I got to do some when we were down in Florida for iCast on a little lake there close to Orlando, and it was just a good time. We had the paddles. We didn't have anything fancy. We just rented some cheap little kayaks, but
I would love to kayak fish, but I don't think I could do it with just the regular paddles. That just sounds like disaster for me.
it's
I lost a rod.
that's the tricky part.
Yeah, lost a rod 2 years ago. Yeah, nice. I really like that rod, but another good friend of mine who had the same rod I did, Miss Kelly Cameron. She
Kelly.
she gave me her rod.
Oh.
We had bought them exactly the same day, and I had mine, and boop, yeah, it went in the lake. It was pretty deep. I wasn't going to get it back. So,
that's a friend. Did you lose anything, Angie?
No, I almost did. In the beginning, when we first got out there, it was pretty windy, and so it's hard to coordinate, trying to cast and stay in the spot you want to be in. And at one point, I can't remember exactly what happened, but one of the rods, and I was borrowing Debbie Hansen's, and they were all St. Croix, and so I definitely didn't want to lose one of her rods, and it started to slide off. And thankfully I had the reflexes and grabbed it in time, and then I was much more careful the rest of the day we were out there. But it gets a little tricky if you got that paddle that you have to work with. And
and I think like if you're out there and it, how wind or weather just kind of comes in on you really quick, and there's only so you can only paddle so fast.
we were really lucky. We got off the water. We only had the rental for a few hours, and then literally we were going back in for our time to turn it back in, and the wind started really picking up, and some rain came in, and I was looking out at the lake. I'm like, I'm so glad we're back in right now. So you have to watch the weather and kind of plan, but
yeah. I will go kayak fishing at some point because I've wanted to do it forever, just to give it a shot, but I just haven't.
it's fun. It's fun. The rod that I lost was it was a Mojo St. Croix. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ching, ching. Ouch.
Yeah.
Ching. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll buy a cheap rod or something when I go.
That is a good idea. I've got one now that I take. It's an old rod, and actually the reel. It's actually a loose reel, but the handle is bent.
So that's your original take.
It still works, as long as it works. So if I lose it, I won't be so upset if that one falls in the water. But hey, I lost the rod, but I got to fish in. So that was the most important thing.
Well, I
got the fish in.
I don't remember where it was, but it was somebody in the kayak fishing world had shared it, where they taking pieces of pool noodle and putting it on the butts of their rods, so that if they dropped it in, it would float.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I don't know how much it would get in the way of actually, depending on how you hold your rod, much it would get in the way. But I mean, that would be worth not losing your gear.
Oh yeah.
It's not we all know how much we pay for most of our gear. I don't want to lose it.
I've got tackle. I'll never use.
I think we all do.
Like I said, hey, this is working. So you go out and buy it, and So I try to give mine to some of the high schools kids, but of course, a lot of them, they want the stuff that's popular right now.
Right.
So some of that stuff I have is way back when, But I try to give it to kids who are just now starting to fish, and they like it.
Well, hold on to everything. Announcement coming soon.
Announcement coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a teaser.
Announcement coming soon.
That's a teaser. That's a good teaser. You're doing this pretty good. Oh,
Yeah. So
Angie, I want to go.
Don't be
I've been
too
telling
quick to
Angie.
throw it away.
Do what? Don't throw it
be
away.
too quick to throw it away.
Oh no, I don't throw it away.
Or even give it away or anything. Just sit tight on everything.
Yeah, you don't throw tackle away. No.
Right.
You might need it.
Don't. I know that's what gets us in these positions. But okay, so that's all I wanted to say. Just hold on to everything for right now, just for a few more weeks.
I'll hold on for a couple more weeks until the big announcement. I can't wait. So what's the date for the big announcement? Is there a date?
We'll say when you guys get home from Logan Martin.
Okay. All right.
So you can sit tight till then.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be okay till then. I'll be all right till then.
Okay, whatever you were going to say to Angie.
Yeah, Angie, I need to go for a ride in your boat.
Let's do it. We'll make it happen.
And that
It's
boat,
fun.
I want to go for a ride in that boat.
It's a nice ride. I like it.
it
And I'm
is.
so excited that there's no bridges I can't get under on
There's-
Logan Martin.
There's not a one. Nope. There's not a one. I don't think that you're going to be able to go. I think pretty much anywhere.
Awesome.
Angie's like, yes.
Yeah.
You're going to have a big time.
Perfect timing for the classic, for Logan Martin to be the lake that the classic's on. So, and that actually made it.
Yay!
Yeah. I was just reading the comment there from Fancy Pants.
Fancy Pants.
Fancy Pants. She's the one that will be at our weigh-in, hopefully.
Okay. Fancy Pants, come introduce yourself to me, okay?
She said, I'm waiting for a fishing float / tube to come in and plan on using waders and flippers, and who knows how that will turn out. Is that at Logan Martin, or is that somewhere
Can
else?
you film your first time doing that?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And Fancy Pants, if you didn't see up here, this is Cassie Hall. She's the newcomer welcomer for the LBAA. So when you go to the weigh-in at Logan Martin, you can go up to anybody. I mean, in all honesty, but make sure to grab Cassie because she will take you around to everybody.
Yes, I will. I will introduce you to everybody. I sure will. I enjoy doing that because, like I said, when you see somebody and they're new, and a lot of the ladies with the LBAA do this, they'll grab somebody up that they'll see that's new and take them and introduce them to people. Because I am shy. I really am. I mean, when I first started, I didn't know a soul, and I can't remember how I met some of the ladies. I'm sure it was probably at dinner. I know that's how I met. I think Diana Ebelhawk, turkey farmer, was staying at the same hotel, and we all would get together and we'd go to, go have dinner, and you get to know people, sitting around the dinner table and having a lot of fun. I mean, I've gotten to go to a fishery that I've always wanted to go to. Monica and Max Allman, I went to Okeechobee with them. I never would have gotten to go. And then me being friends with Dennis and Diana Eberhawk, the turkey farmers. I went to Canada. I caught a smallmouth. It's the biggest smallmouth I have ever caught, like 5.5. I think it was like 5.5 pounds. No, it was this big. It was 6. But some of these things, being involved with the different ladies in different states, the only thing that is hard is at the end of the season. The end of the season is September, and then we don't get to see anybody again until what? April, March. And that's sad. But we all stay in contact, thanks to Facebook, telephone, so it's good. But if anybody, you're around Alabama, look me up. I'll be happy to help you out if I can. Logan Martin's one of my favorite places to go. And yeah, we do have Gunnersville Lake here, and it is an awesome fishery. A lot of fun. It's grass.
Yeah.
Some people don't like the grass, but it's fun to fish. It's a lot of fun to
figure out.
It is. It is.
So Cassie, do you have boater in your future at all for the LBA?
Golly, there is nothing that I would love to do more than be a boater. I have so much fun on the back end of the boat, but I know I'd have a good time on the front end of the boat. My time is kind of constrained because of work. And the other constraints are, like I was telling you before, these ladies who bring their boats. There is a lot of money involved in that. People don't realize the cost, the wear and tear on your vehicle, the gas, the oil, your tires. So I would love to do it. Maybe one day. But right now I'm having such a good time in the back of the boat. So I'm happy there.
Fair enough.
I've learned a lot in the back of the boat.
Yep, and I mean, and it is about fun. When it becomes to not be fun, it's time to hang up your poles. That's not what that's for. In the background, that's just whatever. That's just to have something. I don't use those. But, it does take a toll, financially, like being the boater. I'm not even going to take a guess, what their costs are compared to a CoAngler. But in addition to that, like I know the pressure that those girls put on themselves, the standard of work, like, yes, it's about fun, but I've been in the boat with boaters that it's like when we go to take off, it's like, okay, all the work is done. Now I just get to go fish. It's almost like a relief because, it's sun up to sundown. It's sun up to sundown during practice week, and
Absolutely.
And I don't think that people I don't think that I don't want to say like, the world, but I don't think that really people understand the work ethic of the lady anglers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like they see us out there with little mealworms out there with bobbers floating around, or I mean, we work hard.
Well, the ladies that put the time in, the Leslie Andersons and the Robbie Hartline and the Linda Gessner, and I mean I could go on. The Pam Ridgell, the Secret, the Cheryl, all those ladies it's not just going to the lake and going out and fish. They study maps. And when I say study maps, they study maps. I mean, they can tell you the creek, where it's at, the name of the creek, the ledge, the ripple. I mean, all of it. So it's not just a boater getting their gear together and towing the boat and their gear. It's studying and learning the lake
before they ever get there.
Maps, Google Maps. That's part of it. Monetary stuff. But there's also a lot of preparing too. Study like I said, the maps, studying.
Right. I mean,
the lake.
they're serious about this. I mean, this is a professional level, fishing organization.
And I'll tell you, some of those ladies, they'll be out there from sun up to sundown.
Right.
10, 11, 12, as long as that sun's up, they're out on that lake.
Well, me and Angie when we were doing the show in North Carolina, I remember we were doing it and we're like, are those boats coming in? Like they were just coming in, off of the water for the day. And that's the level of commitment that everybody has. Hey, Megan.
A lot of people, I know that some co-anglers probably do just, we get on the boat and we go, but there are some who actually pull up the Google on the, on the maps and stuff, but we never know from day to day where we're going,
right,
or how we're going to be fishing. So the pros are very nice enough. Like when you get your pro, they'll say, okay, we're going to be fishing shallow, or we're going to be fishing deep, or hey, we're going to be fishing shallow and we're going to be fishing deep too. So
right.
So when the poor little old co-angler comes up and they look like they're moving in,
pretty much,
I need to raise my hand because I'm one of them.
Yeah.
You have to be very strategic at what you're going to carry. And what I always tell everybody is carry your strengths, carry what you're good at, because more than likely you're going to be able to use it.
Right.
More than likely. Just always carry your strengths, carry your colors that you like. I mean, there is one color, I'm not going to say what it is, but there is one color that I fish with, and I have caught fish on every lake.
You've already said it.
No, I didn't say it.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I bet you did.
And you can, I carry that. I have it with me all the time, and it is my color, and it has worked everywhere that I have been.
Watermelon candy. Watermelon seed.
She ain't saying.
Fluorescent yellow. Green pumpkin. A lot of I owe a lot of how I fish to the ladies that have had me in the back of their boat, and I can't tell you enough how thankful I am to be able to fish the LBAA. And if it hadn't been for my dad, who instilled that love of fishing in me, I wouldn't be here today. But the ladies that have mentored me and helped me in the past, I appreciate each and every one of you. You know who you are. You know who you are. And I thank you so much.
Everybody loves you, Cassie.
I think
I don't know about that.
I think this is Stephen Pellerin. It just says Facebook user, but I'm guessing based on what he said. Hey, ladies, ready to see everyone in Alabama. Steph is ready to fish with you, Cassie.
Oh, okay. Who was that?
I think you said last week that you're fishing with Stephanie Hempel
Yes,
Pellerin. Yeah.
Stephanie.
Yep.
Woo, yeah, Stephanie. And I've never fished with Stephanie. So I'm really looking forward to fishing with Stephanie. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I haven't fished with yet or had the opportunity to fish with.
I haven't fished with a lot of them either. Like there's several people.
Yep.
But one day we'll end up catching, you know, everybody at some point.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
That's right. That's right.
But by the time that you fish with everybody, you pretty much already know everybody. You know, that's the good thing.
If it keeps growing, it might be tough to do, though.
Well, that's true.
Yes, yes, and let's hope that we still out there, still doing it, having a good time doing it.
And Megan just signed on. She actually said she's going to be one that's going to show up and move in with the boater when she comes. We'll show you, Megan, how to condense everything to a reasonable amount.
Yeah. And just carry your strengths.
But she actually lives, she's from Texas. Too bad we didn't know her in March because she lived right around where we were staying. But she'll be fishing with us next year. I just have a feeling. Like
I said, y'all come on. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And I also heard that that she's looking for a bass boat. So she might be one that transitions to a boater fairly quickly.
Well, we've had some co-anglers who have transitioned to boaters. And, appreciate those ladies who are able to do that, to transition. It's good, if you're new to the circuit and you're new to tournament fishing, get that co-angler spot in, a couple times.
Yep.
And everybody's different. I don't really know if she wants to do that. I'm sure she probably does, just in conversations. she said,
"We'll see." Steven's asking Cassie if you're gonna sing "Sweet Home Alabama" at weigh-in.
Well, Stephen, normally what I say is "Roll Tide," and everybody knows me. I'm the Roll Tide lady, but I'm sure we might get a little bit of "Sweet Home Alabama."
Go Big Blue.
Where the skies are so blue.
There you go.
UK all day long.
Hey, if I'm around, it's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're going to have some fun. Going to have some fun. And whether I catch fish or not, I'm going to have fun.
And that is one of the great things about you is that, if you're walking around in the crowd, and I think most of us are kind of like that, just not as much as you. But if, just by looking at you, you don't know whether or not you had a good fishing day or a bad fishing day because you act the same. You just always have a smile on your face and greeting everybody, and it's very it's nice.
I love doing this. I wish and hope that more ladies can get involved with it. And if you're out there just thinking about it and you want to get involved, get in contact with me. I'm on Facebook. Get in contact with Barbara or Angie. And we'll talk you through this. We'll help you.
We will, definitely. We're all very easy to find. I'm on pretty much every platform at this point. Angie's on most platforms. Cassie's on Facebook. Message any of us. We would be glad to, just any questions you have. I mean, we usually say this pretty much on every show. but just anything that we can do to help. I mean, we are trying to grow not just the sport or not just the LBAA, but the sport just in general, and just to get people out on the water, you know. So we're excited, you know, because
I mean, it's great. It's an awesome it's an awesome tournament. The people are great. You know, one person that I met, and Christian Baxter loves to tell this story of how I met her and Mike. I was at the Bass Pro Shop, and they were actually high school tournament, Munford High School, where Christian went, and I was helping with the weigh-in. You know, a different weigh-in, not the weigh-in that they had been, but a different way. And they were there getting some baits, and I saw Mike and Christian standing in the crowd, and they had on the Munford High School jerseys. So I went running over there, and I said, "Hey, you know, my name's Cassie. You know, how y'all doing?" And Christian started fishing with us, and now Mike and Becky can't say enough for what they do. You know, Becky's our camera person, and Mike hauls that big trailer all over the place.
he does.
And Miss Christian, I know she's working. She's gonna be back. I just know she is. You know, when you're young, you get out of college, you know, you gotta set your priorities and stuff, and you know, get your priorities going, and that's what she's doing. She's missed, but thank you, Mike and Becky, for what y'all do and all you do. Can't thank you enough.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a lot of people in the background that help to make this tour what it is.
Yeah, to keep us rolling, pretty much.
Absolutely.
Larry Valentine. I don't think we even mentioned Larry.
Oh, our wonderful tournament director, Mr. Larry, and how he herds all of us ladies around. I don't know how he does it.
I don't either. And with
he does.
And oh my gosh, I just love him. I love Larry. He is a special man. He is
a sweet man to handle, let's see, like 60 or 70 women all in one place. Bless his heart. He does it very good.
He does. He the way that he approaches every situation is just it's just amazing how he handles us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, because women, they're hard to handle.
Well, yeah, you know, it's like herding cats.
Well, and all the different personalities.
Oh yeah,
and everything, yeah. And you know, because when the tournament director it has to get involved. You know, it's not always a great situation or great news. You know, and I just love the way that he handles the situation, the world, and he's so inspirational. I've had to talk to him a couple of times, you know, and he's great. I really apprieat him a lot.
Yeah,
So love you, Larry.
Yeah, love you, Larry. And we're lucky to have Don Day, the voice, Don Day, and Little Bear, who he gets to see if our fish measure up or don't measure up.
Yeah, we have a great team. We really do.
It really is a great team. A lot of people behind the scenes that help out.
Yeah. Well, next Monday is Labor Day. So we're going to go ahead. I mean, it's the pretty much everybody's celebration for the end of summer. So I figured, Angie, we were just going to go ahead and just take Monday off. And then you guys are going to be, at that point, you'll be in Alabama, won't you? You'll be in official practice
for following Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks from Monday. Um, are we gonna have a show while you're there?
We'll have to see.
Okay.
I'm gonna be one of these fishing out later practice
Okay.
fishing people this time around. So
I'll
You
okay.
go, girl.
I'll keep everybody updated because I might still do a smaller show that evening. We'll play it by ear. If not, then we'll see
the following.
about about 3 weeks from tonight,
Hmm.
which will be when you guys get home.
We'll have
So
lots to talk about.
yes. So I wish you guys all the luck in the world, safety above all, you know, give everybody my love. I wish I was going to be there.
Oh,
We wish you
girl,
were
we
too.
miss you.
You'll be missed.
You will be missed.
I
You
love
will
you
be
guys.
missed.
And just
We love you too, girl.
have a good time, be safe, and catch as many as you can.
We will. Hey, Cassie, quick question before we sign off. So the
Yes.
Alabama fishing license, do you buy it? You can buy it for the year tomorrow, or do you got to wait till the 1st?
What is today? Tomorrow's
Third.
August the 31st.
Yeah, tomorrow's the
I
31st.
would wait until the first.
First,
Because
okay.
you have to renew them. You have to renew them in August anyhow. So I would wait.
Yeah, okay.
I would definitely wait. But the people that are in Alabama, look for us on Thursday morning on Fox 6. I've made arrangements for the news. People in Alabama, you know, J.J. Pruitt. He'll be on Fox 6 bright and early for Blastoff.
Oh, cool.
So we'll have a little bit of TV coverage, we hope, early that morning.
Very cool.
And please keep us updated on if there is going to be a live weigh-in, so that we can post that and try and watch you girls live. Because I know I want to watch it, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of other people that would love to watch it as well. So
I'm
keep us updated
sure
on
as
that.
long as there's no technical difficulties, we should be able to do that.
I know about technical difficulties. That was all me, guys. It wasn't him. It was me.
Just don't put Cassie in charge of it.
Do not put me in charge of anything technical. No way.
Oh, God love you guys.
Well, I really appreciate y'all having me on the show. What you ladies are doing is awesome for the women out there. You keep it up, and
Thank you. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
to do
Thanks
it.
for
Glad to have you on.
Yeah,
I
thanks
really
for coming
appreciate
back
it.
on. Thanks for not giving up after last week having the difficulties and
I never give
figuring
up.
it out. Love it.
Good. Glad to have you here, and good luck to you guys. I really hope that Logan Martin I hope it is on fire, and that it is just an ounce, ounce to ounce to ounce with big fish, and that it's just a great time for you guys. You guys deserve it.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
for all you do to put the show together, and we'll see you if not 1 or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We'll figure it out.
You guys got it.
All right.
Roll Tide.
UK, go Big Blue. All right.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Have a good
See
night.
ya. All right, you too.